Good day, and how has your week been? Hope it's been great. We started lesson 9 of our Sunday school last week with the topic Jesus' perfect administrative pattern. We had discussed in Division 1 how Jesus showed these in his teachings and in practice. Jesus taught and practiced service and humility. Today, we will discuss Division 2 in the assessment of leaders of his day. The two sections of today's division are 1. Jesus and the leaders of his day, and 2. Jesus is different from other leaders. So 1. Jesus and the leaders of his day. Before Jesus came, there were leaders in Israel. These included the Pharisees, the scribes, the priests, the Herodians, and the Sadducees. While Jesus was a child, he had some interaction with some of these leaders in Jerusalem. And when he grew up and continued in ministry, he often crossed paths with them. It was obvious, however, that they did not like Jesus for a number of reasons. 1. The lifestyle of Jesus did not match with their own expectation of the Messiah. He did not come in royalty, nor did he look like a warrior. He did not grow in a rich home, nor did he seek riches. 2. He was seen as a threat to their activities and their religion because he kept gaining multitudes of followers with his teachings and with the miracles that he performed. 3. The way of life of Jesus and his teachings contradicted their own. It was not difficult for the people to identify that difference. And then 4. Jesus related with the so-called sinners who they dissociated themselves from. And 5. Jesus performed miracles which they could not perform. In fact, at some point, Jesus was accused of using demonic powers to perform miracles. So in Matthew chapter 23, Jesus accused these leaders of quite a number of things. 1, he accused them of teaching laws that they themselves could not abide by. 2, they made a public show of their good works. They wanted to be seen as holy and righteous before the people. Jesus accused them of loving to be in revered positions, of loving to be called by titles of rabbi and so on. And they used their positions to take advantage of the vulnerable. Now, as a church leader, do you do what you teach? Do you not seek the approval of men rather than of God? Are you not among those who love to be invited to be seated in the high places and get angry when you are not recognized? Do you not love to be called by the titles of prophet, doctor, pastor, evangelist, or chief, or engineer, or barrister, or whatsoever? How do you treat others? Do you not take advantage of others because you are a so-called man of God, or probably a uniformed police officer, or the head of a unit at your workplace? One of the things that the Pharisees did was also to hold on to their traditional interpretations of scriptures, and they failed to accept the teachings that Jesus was giving. Are you not also holding to traditional beliefs and scriptural interpretations, and you are not objectively searching for the truth of God's word? Jesus declared his displeasure over their deeds. He let them know how terrible their deeds were. These deeds are still very much displayed today, especially within the church. That kind of leadership is not what Christ expects of us today. If we must please God, we should not follow their ways. 2. Jesus is different from other leaders. In Philippians chapter 2 verse 5, we are told to have the mind of Christ. What kind of mind did Christ have? Verses 6 to 8 of Philippians chapter 2 describe this. They resound the teachings and practice of Jesus that we discussed last week. Jesus, though was equal with God, he did not act in that manner. He instead discarded that reputation and took the form of a servant. He never acted God, he acted servant. Instead of displaying a proud status, he humbled himself and submitted to the Father even to the point of death. He emptied himself totally of self and gave himself fully to serve. He sacrificed himself for the world. Can you be described the same way today? Are you making efforts to have the mind of Christ? Is he your example of leadership? It is good to learn the leadership pattern of Jesus and to practice them every day. Lesson summary. Leadership greatness comes from submitting to God in serving others selflessly and sacrificially, leading them in the path of righteousness. Being full of yourself, your position or title does not make you a great leader. May we be willing to lead like Jesus every day in Jesus' mighty name. We've come to the end of lesson 9. Let's meet again next week as we begin lesson 10. God bless you and have a great week ahead.